Alright, so we're going to wrap it up here. We have that decision to make here where if you go with one pattern, you're left with a lone 7R. You go with the other, you're left with a lone 3/4. What I found in retrospect is it's better to play what you know instead of using an open string, because an open string can sometimes be slightly tuned out a little bit. I mean, it's great to use the open strings, but I found that if I'm going to work my way back up the fretboard anyway with some kind of solo, there's no reason to have to use the open string, as long as we try to use an open string if possible, because it makes for a nice sound. It's a different sound, and it's easier. It frees up the hands for a minute. So we have, that is why it's so long here, because we have the long version here for when the fret nut is there, and then we have the shorter version with the patterns right here for when we're on the bar. That's the Ionian, which is the root position. The Dorian starts on the 2 and the 3. And I wanted to show you something here. Now let's see if these are warped or unwarped. These are unwarped. I can tell because the pattern names are there. Okay. What I did want to show you was in the warped, the normal warped. Okay, so let's look at, I don't know, let's look at A-shaped stuff, or let's look at C-shaped stuff, because it's just so much easier. All right. Everything, all 7 modes are in this one cage in the C. Okay, if you'll notice, you see how this 3 and 5 are on the top and the bottom, and here is 3 and the red is there too, but it's not solid because we're not going to use it. When I made this chart, that's how I did it. But they're all the same. So you see root here, yellow outline there, right? Yellow outlined there, root. These are all C, D, E, etc., etc., etc. They're all the same part of the fretboard. What makes them different is on this one, I've outlined the C major triad, which is root 3/5. On this one, I've outlined the D minor, and in this case, it's a D minor shaped D minor, right? But when you go to the A shape with the A-shaped C now, so instead of being the C-shaped C, here's your C-shaped C, which is your normal C-shaped C. You're going to be A-shaped C. The very next one up, the second minor, okay, is going to be a C-shaped second minor, D minor. It's a C-shaped D minor. It's going to be a D minor. Now let's look at our regular D minor here. Here's D minor. Of course, for you it'll come out B minor, but here it is, white notes and all. 6, 2, 4. Okay. Okay, that's D minor there. Now we want to play the D minor from the A shape. It's actually, we go up the pentatonic scale. So when you're in an A-shaped C, if you want to play the D minor, you follow up the pentatonic scale from A. The next pentatonic member is C. Okay, it's cage spelled backwards. So then you play a C-shaped D minor, which is again 2, 6, 4. So from the A shape, like that, it's going to be 6, 2, 4 rather. 6, 2, 4, 6, like 25 or 6, 2, 4. Okay, so what is that? It's a, believe it or not, that's a C-shaped, a C minor shaped. Okay, that's C minor shape. Remember, caged works in major or minor. So if someone said, play me a C, an A-shaped C major in caged, but play me an A-shaped C minor in caged, it would be an A minor shaped C minor. It's an A minor shaped C minor. Okay, here is an A minor shaped A minor. Okay, that's an A minor shaped C minor. So caged works in minor too. You just adjust the third, but you've got that same caged relationship. So that's how this becomes a C minor shape. Now let's look at the intervals that we learned. Here's a fourth. Okay, now this is warped, so we don't have to worry. We do have to worry about the tuning warp. All right. Remember, so the R, the box, this is the R. The R goes to the 3 now instead of to the unplayed fourth. At that time, I wasn't coloring these guys. You know, don't worry about it. What I try to do sometimes is to give the accidentals, like, you know, black note colors. Sometimes I don't. I didn't fill them in because, you know, it depends on what I was focusing on when I made the chart. So anyway, so here we have our fourth, perfect fourth, and then a minor third. Okay, so this is second inversion, right? So this is the fifth to the fifth to the root, but that'll be the root of D minor, of D Dorian minor. So the sixth of C is A, okay, which is the fifth, which is the sixth, it's the fifth of the Dorian D. So this would be 5 root, if you wanted to call it the true key of D minor. All right, so then from the root to the third, to the minor third, that's our minor third interval. But then from the minor third to the sixth, or to the fifth, which is the triad, right, is a major third. So look at it this way. You have a triad, C-E-G, right? It's a major third and then a minor third on top. When you drop that third down to a minor, you're changing that major third into a minor and that minor third into a major. So you just switch the two. So where do we write that? Where does that become evident? Right here, Andy's blackboard. Okay, so a major triad plus the octave root equals a major third plus a minor third, and then a fourth from that. A minor triad plus the octave root equals a minor third and then a major third on top, because you've taken that major third from the major, dropped the third down, so now you change the major into a minor and a minor into a major. You just changed it because you dropped the third, you know, so it's just like that. That's all it is. It's one or the other, right? And then the half diminished triad is a minor third plus a minor third plus a major third. Well, how's that? And then the major third is like that. So that's Andy's blackboard there. So I hope I've made some of this stuff clear to you a little bit. We still got a lot of ground to cover, okay, with the charts, and I'll be bringing some of the older charts in to you know, to talk about them, because they weren't given video consideration. So keep playing and do well. Keep following me on Facebook or YouTube, and give the thing a like if you want.